he dated this girl. She had just been in a 5-year relationship. She left that 5-year relationship for absolutely no good reason, just the simple fact that she wanted to go and explore. She felt like maybe she was settling. She broke off an engagement with a great guy. She even said it herself, like there was nothing wrong. He was a great guy, but she felt like maybe there was something more out there and she hadn't had the chance to really date, and she wanted to have her fun and find herself, you know, like the same excuses that every girl uses. So this gentleman starts dating her. And he really likes her. She plays the good girl, innocent card. I told her from the beginning, I was like, this is a huge red flag. It turns out that she was dating both of them at the same time. She still had the door open with her ex, and she was dating this gentleman. She was obviously not telling either party about it. So she wanted to have her fun. She wanted to have her cake and eat it too. So she kept that door open. Fast forward, her and her ex don't work out. Also, this gentleman and her don't work out because he gets sick of her BS and he finally lets it go. So at that point now she has nobody. She's clinging onto this gentleman and she really wants to make things work. And he's kind of over it at this point because he's figured her out and he knows that there's no future with this girl. Well, this girl was the type of girl that she wanted to get married and she wanted to have kids and all that stuff. Fast forward, they remained friends, the gentleman and this woman. 5 years later, she still has not been able to find a good guy. The ex that she was engaged to moved on and he's happy, and her, 5 years later, she has been dating, still hasn't been able to find a good guy to lock it down with. She admits to this gentleman that her biggest regret is letting that guy go, is letting the guy that she was engaged to go. What has she gotten from this? In the last 5 years, she's been dating, sleeping around, causing trauma to herself. Now she's in her 30s and her time is ticking, and she wanted the marriage, she wanted the kids. She blew up her life just to go and explore and have fun. And guess what? It came back to bite her in the ass because now that she really, really wants to settle down, nobody wants her. So now she's in this mentality where I see a lot of women online posting saying that, oh, I'm happy single and yeah, I don't want kids. So she's pretending, of course, she's playing the whole card of she's happy single and alone and it's her choice. But we all know the background story, and this is how women end up because they pass up on a good guy to go and explore and have fun and whatever. And then they end up single, alone, no kids. And then they pretend like it was their choice, which it wasn't.
I would love to feel sorry for the women who have a hard time finding a good man, unless you're one of those women who could have dated with a purpose in your early 20s. Instead, you chose to go and play around, meaning that you want to try to go through your so-called 3 or 4 phase. You want to explore, you want to have fun, you want to have the cake and eat it too. Until you get near your 30s or into your 30s, then you have a hard time finding the man to settle down with. Keep in mind, the higher the body count, the less likely you will want to stay, faithful, loyal. How could that be so? Think of it this way, though. Statistics shows if the woman's a virgin, if I remember the studies correctly, and she's a virgin and get married and stays a virgin bride, if I'm correct, there's an 80% chance that she would have a successful marriage. 80%, and I'm talking about going into it as a bride, a virgin. Keywords, virgin. If I heard the studies correctly, though, for every 5 lovers that women have, those odds drop 20%. Okay, you're a virgin, 80% success rate. 5 men, dropping 20%, 60%. 10, 40%. 15, 20%. 20, you have a problem. I did a video talk about this one woman, lost her virginity at 13. By the time she was near 16 years old, she had 50 bodies. Now, suppose she's with this dude. I think she might be married to him. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. What people in the sex industry do not, I repeat, do not have no traditional marriage. Don't let them BS you. Unless they left the industry and totally turned their life over to Christ, there's no way someone from the porn industry is going to have a traditional marriage. Not by a long shot. Don't fall for it. Don't. Because they're going to have like a somewhat open marriage. They have lovers to the side, stuff like that. Yeah. Going back to this about the 3 or 4 phase. There's one woman by name Maya. Because first she says like, she wish she married better and all that stuff. And then she's in her 40s. She's going through some type of medical procedure. She had like a man to help take care of her. Well, guess what? I don't know what you did, but now you're in that position. And I felt bad. Then I saw another video of her talking about how girls should get it out of your system. Get what out of your system? Being a 3 or 4? Are you serious? I want you to realize something. To all the females who are still virgins. And here's the sad thing. The older man who try to find a virgin bride, especially in the United States, you got 5% chance. Yes, 5% chance. And don't be surprised that number gonna drop anytime soon. Don't be shocked. If you're trying to find a virgin bride, you got a 5% chance. But just so you know, ladies, if you're still virgins, the best thing you give your husband, especially in the honeymoon, is your virginity. My question is, since when that became such a dead albatross? Since when keeping your chastity till you get married is such a scarlet letter? But as one person once told me, the secret of a long marriage, there's no internet, or at least there's no social media. And I mean, the social media tell women you can have it all. You could have your little side piece. And there are actually women who try to train women how to cheat, how to be sneaky. But here's the problem with that. Infidelity, ladies. It goes for guys too, but I'm talking to the ladies for the moment. The problem with infidelities, there's an undeniable truth. Well, there's 3 truths that you cannot ignore no matter how hard you try to deny it. There's 3 things in life you can never hide, and you can try the best you can. But the truth always come out. There's 3 things you cannot hide. 1, the sun. Yeah. Even if you blanket the earth with a lot of like dust, clouds and all that, somehow you can tell if the sun is out there. The sun will find a way to make his presence known. 2, the moon. We always see the moon. Even through the darkest storms, once that moon, there's like a crack in the clouds and stuff like that, the moonlight will be shown through. And of course, the truth. There are people say like, oh, you can always bury the truth. For how long? The truth can stay buried for thousands of years, and what comes out is going to blow people's minds. Yeah. And keep in mind, for every action, there's always a consequence. For example, the 3 or 4. Yeah, 3 or 4s get married, but also the first ones get divorced. Because if they don't cheat on you right away, they're very, very unsatisfied in bed. Why? They have such a variety of guys. Because you're comparing your husband to ex-lovers 1 through 20. How fair is it to him? There's some guys who keep their body count low because they want to give that experience to their woman. Meanwhile, women have about like 20 to 60 bodies, like going, and they think it's not that big a deal. Maybe to them, but what about to the men? Which tells me they don't care. But going back to that young lady talked about how this one woman tried to play both men, and in the end, she loses both of them, especially the one who's engaged to her. So in the end, that 3 or 4 phase, is it worth it? Yeah. I think you can answer that question when you talk to your cats and dogs when you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. Just saying. Peace.